With GTE Hawaiian Tel's frequent caller program, the more you call internationally or inter-island, the more points you get for phone credit or gifts.
Nonsense. Calling you boys means so much to me.
Well, welcome back again. We are in a city called Waitangi, north of Auckland, just south of the Bay of Islands in New Zealand. That's not what we're going to fish with. That was the other boat. And the captain of this boat is in a black shirt right there. Murray Nichols, we call him Nick. And that guy right here is, once again, Craig Mitchell of Dow Distribution, a division of Dow Seeds. And a part of our gang, James Kawada, Janet Sumida. Of course, Craig and Rob Hayes will be on the left. Won't be making this trip today with us only because they had a funeral to attend to. Rob, of course, is sales manager for Beecroft, and the owner of Beecroft had passed away, so they were going back to Auckland. So the trip today will take us about, maybe 3 hours. It's a 44-foot boat called, of all names, Waimana. Pretty neat, eh? His fishing day, typically on a charter, will last 12, 14 hours. He's not an 8-hour day kind of guy. Dixie, his crewman on the back deck. Reintroducing James Kawada of Flying Seafoods of Kailua Kona. Heck of a good guy. Real good guy to travel with. So after, like I said, about 3 hours, we're going to be getting up to an area where it's known as the banks over there. Different kind of lures that they use. Fishing is same all over the world, folks. Just using different things, different techniques, as you will see after a little bit. This style of putting the lines up on the outriggers is a little bit different. You see the piece of newspaper? Watch that. This is kind of interesting. They got good equipment on the boat. Solid running boat. Very comfortable. Tom Taria, he of Allstate Insurance out of Kaneohe. We travel with him a lot. Watch. He'll make a little twirl at the end of the line. Holding the twirl with his finger and putting that piece of old newspaper right in between. Holding that twirl now. You gotta hold that twirl. Then just stick it in the pin up there. That's it. When the fish hits, it just gets off by itself. No rubber beds. Modern equipment in the boat. Nicky has really taken care of it real well. Real good. Eventually we will be fishing all day and then making our way to another city where we'll spend the night. A place called Tutukaka. We'll see that later on. But after a little while, well, shucks, we're not even on the ground yet, I don't think. Not quite. Almost, but not quite. We had a little pop on one of our smaller outfits. And Jimmy had the honor of pulling it in with a small skipjack tuna, if you will. James's company, Flying Seafoods, buy a lot of product from New Zealand. The mussels, the clams, and the mullet, and all kinds of stuff. Thai snappers, we all know what that is. And like, hey, in a future show, you will see it. We had a ball down in New Zealand. Everything available, we were lucky to have been a part of. Well, let's go get something bigger. Put the fish in a live bait tank. Mounted right on the back deck, just like that. Oh, that was a ukuluk, I don't know. So let's get the lines back out and see what happens. Beautiful country, New Zealand. I never thought I'd see. Oh, and then look at this. Bingo! Right upon hitting the ground, this just went off. It's on a 1050, packed with 30-pound test line now. 30. So we're using kind of light tackle. They took it way in front of the back. Right now it's just a few minutes before 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They're up on the lines, everybody getting all nervous. Whenever Jimmy has a chance in Kona, he goes fishing too. He used to be working with Glenn Tanoe at Tropic Fish in Honolulu. And then they branched off and formed another company called Flying Seafoods, doing real well, buying a whole lot of fish from the local fishermen out of Kailua Kona, selling it to the restaurants and other places. Brings in, once again, a lot of food, seafoods from New Zealand. Jimmy's a big guy, but shucks, after a while the fish got a little, you'll see. This was a real good trip for us because it was so diverse. We got to see all the different things. And there's a fish way out there, Pacific Blue Marlin. Oh, it might have been a straight marlin. I don't know. We'll take a look later. Got a bill. You know, within a matter of arriving on the banks over there were 5 boats with a strike up piece all within 5 minutes. I'm not kidding. Everything went off. Just bang, 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 real quick. And then we had ours. It's a pretty good run, about a 3-hour run from Watangi to this area, to the bank area. Look at the water, how nice it is. You thought you were in backyard corner.